91. To Sister Nivedita, Alam Bazar Mutt, Calcutta, 5th May 1897. My dear Miss Noble, your very, very kind, loving, and encouraging letter gave me more strength than you think of. There are moments when one feels entirely despondent, no doubt, especially when one has worked towards an ideal during a whole life's time, and just when there is a bit of hope of seeing it partially accomplished, there comes a tremendous thwarting blow. I do not care for the disease, but what depresses me is that my ideals have not had yet the least opportunity of being worked out. And the difficulty is money. The Hindus are making processions and all that, but they cannot give money. The only help I got in the world was in England from Miss Muller and Mr. Xavier. I thought there that £1,000 was sufficient to start at least the principal centre in Calcutta, but my calculation was from the experience of Calcutta 10 or 12 years ago. Since then, the prices have gone up 3 or 4 times. The work has been started anyhow. A rickety old little house has been rented for 6 or 7 shillings, where about 24 young men are being trained. I had to go to Darjeeling for a month to recover my health, and I am glad to tell you I am very much better, and would you believe it, without taking any medicine, only by the exercise of mental healing. I am going again to another hill station tomorrow, as it is very hot in the plains. Your society is still living, I am sure. I will send you a report at least every month of the work done here. The London work is not doing well at all, I hear, and that was the main reason why I would not come to England just now. Although some of our Rajas going for the Jubilee tried their best to get me with them, as I would have to work hard again to revive the interest in Vedanta. And that would mean a good deal more trouble physically. I may come over a month or so very soon, however. Only if I could see my work started here, how gladly and freely would I travel about. So far about work, now about you personally. Such love and faith and devotion and appreciation like yours, dear Miss Noble, repays 100 times over any amount of labor one undergoes in this life. May all blessings be yours. My whole life is at your service, as we may say in our mother tongue. It never was and never will be anything but very, very welcome. Any letters from you and other friends in England. Mr. and Mrs. Hammond wrote 2 very kind and nice letters, and Mr. Hammond a beautiful poem in the Brahmavadan, although I did not deserve it a bit. I will write to you again from the Himalayas, where thought will be clear in sight of the snows and the nerves more settled than in this burning plains. Miss Muller is already in Almora. Mr. and Mrs. Xavier go to Shimla. They have been in Darjeeling so long. So things come and go, dear friend. Only the Lord is unchangeable, and He is love. May He make our heart His eternal habitation is the constant prayer of Vivekananda. 92. To Swami Brahmananda, Almora, 20th May 1897. My dear Akhal, from your letter I got all the important news. I got a letter from Sudhir also, and also one from Master Mahashay. I have also got 2 letters from Nityananda, Yogen Chatterjee from the famine areas. Even now money is floating on the waters as it were, but it will surely come. When it comes, buildings, land and a permanent fund, everything will come all right. But one can never rest assured until the chickens are hatched. And I am not now going down to the hot plains within 2 or 3 months. After that I shall make a tour and shall certainly secure some money. This being so, if you think that the land with a frontage of 8 kathas cannot be acquired, there is no harm in paying the earnest money to the middleman vendor as though you were losing it for nothing. In all these matters, use your own discretion. I cannot give any further advice. There is particularly a chance of making mistake through hurry. Tell Master Mahashay that I quite approve of what he had said. Write to Gangadhar that if he finds it difficult to get alms, etc., there, he should feed himself by spending from his own pocket, and that he should publish a weekly letter in Upen's paper, the Basumati. In that case, others also may help. I understand from a letter of Shashi, he wants Nirbhayananda. If you think this course to be the best, then send Nirbhayananda and bring back Gupta. Send Shashi a copy of the Bengali rules and regulations of the Mutt or an English version of it, and write to him to see that the work there is done in accordance with the rules and regulations. I am glad to learn that the association in Calcutta is going on nicely. It does not matter if 1 or 2 keep out. Gradually everyone will come. Be friendly and sympathetic with everybody. Sweet words are heard afar. It is particularly necessary to try and make new people come. We want more and more new members. Yogen is doing well. On account of the great heat in Almora, I am now in an excellent garden 20 miles from there. This place is comparatively cool but still warm. The heat does not seem to be particularly less than that of Calcutta. The feverishness is all gone. I am trying to go to a still cooler place. Heat or the fatigue of walking, I find at once produces trouble of the liver. The air here is so dry that there is a burning sensation in the nose all the time, and the tongue becomes as it were a chip of wood. You have stopped criticizing, otherwise I would have gone to a colder place by this time just for the fun of it. He constantly neglects diet restrictions. What rot do you talk? Do you really listen to the words of these fools? It is just like you're not allowing me to take kalai dal, black pulses, because it contains starch. And what is more, there will be no starch if rice and roti bread are eaten after frying them. What wonderful knowledge, my dear. The fact of the matter is my old nature is coming back. This I am seeing clearly. In this part of the country now, an illness takes on the color and fashion of this locality, and in that part of the country, it takes on the color and fashion of the illnesses in that locality. I am thinking of making my meals at night very light. I shall eat to the full in the morning and at noon, at night milk, fruits, etc. That is why I am staying on this orchard, in expectation of fruits, don't you see? Now don't be alarmed. Does a companion of Shiva die so quickly? Just now the evening lamp has been lighted, and singing has to be done throughout the whole night. Nowadays my temper also is not very irritable, and feverishness is all due to the liver. I see this clearly. Well, I shall make that also come under control. What fear? Bravely brace yourself up and do work. Let us create a mighty commotion. Tender my love to all at the mutt. At the next meeting of the association, give my greetings to everybody and tell them that though I am not physically present there, yet my spirit is where the name of our Lord is sung. Yavat tava katha Rama sancharishyati medinim. That is, O Rama, so long as the story of your life goes the round on the earth, because you see the Atman is omnipresent. Yours affectionately, Vivekananda. 93. Almora, 20th May 1897. Dear Sudhir, your letter gave me much pleasure. One thing perhaps I forget to tell you, to keep a copy of the letter you sent me. Also, all important communications to the mutt from different persons and to different persons should be copied and preserved. I am very glad to learn that things are going on well, that the work there is steadily progressing as well as that of Calcutta. I am all right now except for the fatigue of the travel, which I am sure will go off in a few days. My love and blessings to you all. Yours, Vivekananda. 94. To Mary Halpoister. Almora, 2nd June 1897. Dear Mary, I begin here my promised big chatty letter with the best intention as to its growth, and if it fails, it will be owing to your own karma. I am sure you are enjoying splendid health. I have been very, very bad indeed, now recovering a bit, hope to recover very soon. What about the work in London? I am afraid it is going to pieces. Do you now and then visit London? Hasn't Sturdy got a new baby? The plains of India are blazing now. I cannot bear it. So I am here in this hill station, a bit cooler than the plains. I am living in a beautiful garden belonging to a merchant of Almora, a garden abutting several miles of mountains and forests. Night before last, a leopard came here and took away a goat from the flock kept in this garden. It was a frightful din the servants made and the barking of the big Tibet watchdogs. These dogs are kept chained at a distance all night since I am here, so that they may not disturb my sleep with their deep barks. The leopard thus found his opportunity and got a decent meal, perhaps after weeks. May it do much good to him. Do you remember Miss Muller? She has come here for a few days and was rather frightened when she heard of the leopard incident. The demand for tanned skins in London seems very great, and that is playing havoc with our leopards and tigers more than anything else. As I am writing to you, before me, reflecting the afternoon's flow, stand long, long lines of huge snow peaks. They are about 20 miles as the crow flies from here and 40 through the circuitous mountain roads. I hope your translations have been well received in the Countess's paper. I had a great mind and very good opportunity of coming over to England this Jubilee season with some of our princes, but my physicians would not allow me to venture into work so soon. For going to Europe means work, isn't it? No work, no bread. Here the yellow cloth is sufficient, and I would have food enough. Anyhow, I am taking a much desired rest. Hope it will do me good. How are you going on with your work? With joy or sorrow? Don't you like to have a good rest, say for some years, and no work? Sleep, eat, and exercise, exercise, eat, and sleep. That is what I am going to do some months yet. Mr. Goodwin is with me. You ought to have seen him in his Indian clothes. I am very soon going to shave his head and make a full blown monk of him. Are you still practicing some of the yogas? Do you find any benefit from them? I learned that Mr. Martin is dead. How is Mrs. Martin? Do you see her now and then? Do you know Miss Noble? Do you ever see her? Here my letter comes to an end, as a huge dust storm is blowing over me, and it is impossible to write. It is all your karma, dear Mary, for I intended to write so many wonderful things and tell you such fine stories, but I will have to keep them for the future, and you will have to wait. Ever yours in the Lord, Vivekananda. 95. To Sister Nivedita, Almora, 20th June 1897. My dear Miss Noble, let me tell you plainly, every word you write I value, and every letter is welcome 100 times. Write whenever you have a mind and opportunity, and whatever you like, knowing that nothing will be misinterpreted, nothing unappreciated. I have not had any news of the work for so long. Can you tell me anything? I do not expect any help from India, in spite of all the jubilating over me. They are so poor. But I have started work in the fashion in which I myself was trained, that is to say, under the trees, and keeping body and soul together anyhow. The plan has also changed a little. I have sent some of my boys to work in the famine districts. It has acted like a miracle. I find, as I always thought, that it is through the heart and that alone that the world can be reached. The present plan is, therefore, to train up numbers of young men from the highest classes, not the lowest. For the latter I shall have to wait a little, and the first attack will be made by sending a number of them over a district. When these sappers and miners of religion have cleared the way, there will then be time enough to put in theory and philosophy. A number of boys are already in training, but the recent earthquake has destroyed the poor shelter we had to work in, which was only rented anyway. Never mind, the work must be done without shelter and under difficulties. As yet it is shaven heads, rags, and casual meals. This must change, however, and will, for are we not working for it, head and heart? It is true in one way that the people here have so little to give up, yet renunciation is in our blood. One of my boys in training has been an executive engineer in charge of a district. That means a very big position here. He gave it up like straw. With all love, yours in the truth, Vivekananda.